Hey, welcome everyone to another wonderful episode of BizzTalk Africa. And this is actually another very special session. We're here with the directors for YouthUp Global, which is an amazing project. Hopefully you caught some of our show last time with this group. We also have a new member joining, Elomo. Thank you for being here. And as always, my wonderful co-host, Vidi, who is joining us as part of BizTech and Questa Solutions. And I'm your host, Jason Shuster, representing BizTech. Welcome. We have a really cool show today. Topic is specifically on the Innovate Africa project that this group is working on. Really excited to learn about that. But for anyone who missed the show last time, I'd love to go through and just let everybody, again, briefly introduce themselves for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. We'll start with Faith, and then I'd like to go to Elomo, Gathoni, then Philip, and then we'll dive into the project. So get us started, Faith.
Thank you very much, Jason, for another opportunity, and always amazing to hear from you all the time when you make these introductions. My name is Faith Nwaobia, for those that weren't here the last time we had this show. My name is Faith Nwaobia, founder and president of YouthUp Global. YouthUp Global, like we did introduce last time, is a global movement aimed at uplifting young people and raising leaders. Our mission is to join hands with different individuals, organizations, governments, to support young people globally, giving young people voice and opportunity to perform. Thank you very much, Jackson.
Thanks so much, Faith. Elomo, tell us about yourself. Tell the audience about yourself.
Okay, thank you, Jason. I'm called Elomo Jemea. I am a humanitarian activist, a peace advocate, and a digital entrepreneur. I am the regional director for YouthUp Global, West Africa, and I have an organization, a humanitarian organization for refugees and internally displaced children, and I have a digital agency, Koban Digital Solutions, and I'm passionate about civic leadership. So that's me.
Fantastic, wonderful. Thank you, Elomo. I'm glad to have you here. Gathoni, I know you're. I know that your internet connection is a little bit tricky today, so I'll let you introduce yourself and then we'll finish off with Philip.
You're on mute.
You're muted, Gathoni.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we might have lost Gathoni.
Yeah. It's not going to like.
Oh,
can you try taking off your camera? So let's see if we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Oh.
Okay. No, I think we lost Gathoni.
We lost her.
So
I think so.
Hopefully we can get her back on here. Until then, Philip, tell us a little. Remind the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you. Good to be here once more. I am Philip Joachims, author of 7 Secrets to a Lasting Marriage, Program Director, West Africa for YouthUp Global, and then content writer for Happy Boss Magazine.
I'm just impressed with 7 Secrets to a Happy Marriage.
Well, I'll get you a copy. Don't worry.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You.
Well,
Thank
glad
you.
to have you back again. Gathoni, we have you back again. Do you want to try introducing yourself one more time? No, I think she's muted. That's all right. Let's we can get moved. Oh, there she is.
She's
you're
waving.
muted, Gathoni. You wanna introduce yourself quickly?
I'm sorry about the internet connection.
It's okay.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, she is.
It's good to see you all. As I was saying earlier, in the YouthUp Global family, I sit as the Director of East Africa, but I also wear two hats as the Director of Training and Development. Here in Kenya at home, I sit as a director on one of the boards of media regulation called the Kenya Film Classification Board. I'm a mentor and I'm a coach, and I'm very passionate about the next generation. And I love being in positions and opportunities where I can sit down and share advice or just exchange ideas with people who were sharpening each other. So that's my passion, and that's who I am.
Fantastic.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for being here, Gathoni. Okay. All right. Now that the audience has been reminded who everybody is and what everybody does here, let's get started on this really exciting project. You teased us with it a little bit last time, but tell us more about Innovate Africa.
Thank you very much, Jason, for that opportunity. The Innovate Africa, I'm going to do an intro. I will have some other people talk about it, especially Elomo, who is the regional director for West Africa, because this program is actually going to kickstart in her region, Nigeria precisely. The Innovate Africa project is a project that is born out of the need to solve the problem and address the problem of unemployment, which is one of the most discussed globally today when it comes to young people. The problem of youth unemployment is something that has reached at a level where we must have to come all out to fight it. The YouthUp Global movement, like I did mention when I introduced myself, is a global movement. And our mission is to uplift young people, to empower young people. And when you're talking about empowerment, you are looking at stuff that would hinder, that empowerment and that engagement. One of such is unemployment. When engaged, that is a problem. And that is why we have come up with this project, the Innovate Africa project. Is mirrored on the same project that African Development Bank has, which is called the Boost Africa project, which has to do with young youth empowerment and engagement. So for us, the Innovate Africa project is our own way of joining hands and our voices with millions of Africans who are in one way or the other pooling their resources and their voices to solving this hydra-headed monster, the youth unemployment, which has gone to a point where we must all rise with one voice and then come against it. So the Innovate Africa project is a capacity building project. It's an empowerment project for young people. We as a community, as a movement, as a family, it is not as if we have all the answers, but then there is something beautiful about this project. It's something, the beauty part of this project is that we are building it on a collaborative principle, meaning we are ready to join hands with any individual, any organization, any institution, any people who have innovative approaches, models to solving the problem of youth unemployment. We are ready to shake hands and partner and work together. The mission and the vision here is to see that the problem of youth unemployment across Africa is handled and addressed, brought down to the barest minimum. That is the vision and the idea behind the Innovate Africa project. I'm going to pause here, link backward, because this discussion will continue. And if for any reason I have to talk more about it, fine, but I will pass the baton to my colleagues. Thank you very much, Jason, for this opportunity.
Can I say that was probably one of the most powerful, inspirational introduction on any educational program I've ever heard. I feel it very, very deep.
Thank you very much.
Very
Thank
deep.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
kindly.
you.
I appreciate it.
I love it. I love it. I agree with Vidi. It's very, very powerful. Well, with that being said, yeah, Elomo, this is in your backyard. This is in your area. So
Exactly.
tell us, do you wanna pick it up from there, from Faith?
Okay, thank you. So, Innovate Africa, like the president just said, is all about tackling youth unemployment in Africa. And if you must have noticed, youth unemployment in Africa is quite alarming. And it's not like the youths are, yeah, we'll say they're not like 100% qualified, because there's still the lack of digital
Skills.
empowerment in Africa, which is one reason why the African youth are unemployed. And you know, there are many other hindrances to youth unemployment in Africa. So that's why we are launching the Africa We Want project. And we are beginning with the Africa We Want Nigeria, where we intend talking about the plights of the youth and how the youth could get involved in decision making in their various nations and even at the global level. So we will be looking at the various challenges faced by the youth and how to tackle these challenges. So for now, that is what I can say.
So
Excellent.
Elomo, just on what you just said in terms of like tackling the challenges and all that sort of stuff. Again, very, very powerful. What sort of response have you been getting from sort of like the government or the private sector or the wider community? How are people participating? And I think this is the point as well, where we want to get through in how we all, you know, what this session is going to do for our audience. How do we participate, and how do we, you know, join forces, as Faith eloquently put earlier? Because you know, there's a huge drive to education. I myself have invested in education platforms and programs, which I would be delighted to work with you guys on. And I have another initiative
Thumbs up for that. Thumbs
Okay.
up for that. Thumbs up for
Okay.
that.
Fantastic.
Okay, talking about how you could participate, just like every other person watching, you realize that the youths of Africa, they have this determination. They've got a lot of potentials, but they lack the platform to their voices are not really heard. So one solution I could suggest is to reach out to these organizations, or to make for the decision makers to create a platform where the youths could communicate, could table their needs for it to be tackled. You see, because I realize that many youths want to be out there. They have so many amazing projects, but they don't know who to meet, who to talk about these projects to. So if there's a way where the youth could know that, okay, if I have this project, I could rush to this organization or to this private sector to talk about my project, and I think if they go out, if they reach out to this organization, if they reach out to you in particular, and you give a listening ear, then their problem could be solved, or you could be part of their projects.
Let me just add something.
Fantastic.
Let me
Yes,
just add
please,
something
Faith.
there quickly. Thank you very much, Elomo, for that insight. The thing is, I know one of the things that I've discovered as we launch this program, just as you did ask, what kind of reactions are we getting and kind of participations are we having? Truly, we have got a lot of people beginning to ask questions and beginning to get involved. And within this period, we've had to host different partners, potential partners who are discussing with us at different levels. How do we participate with what you're doing? And this is one of the areas, one of the things that we have created, a model we created around Innovate Africa. We call it the Startup Apprenticeship Community. The Startup Apprenticeship Community is a community that runs in such a way that young people are empowered through grooming, mentorship, right? Grooming, mentorship, and also incubation. So the way it works is you have different paths. You want to become an entrepreneur, you have a path as an aspiring entrepreneur, then you learn under established startup, and then you get settled, just as you have the apprenticeship model. One of the cardinal philosophies we are holding strongly is the Igbo apprenticeship model that has worked over the years, for decades in Igbo. And it has received even international recognition. The Harvard Business School have adopted it as an economic model that works, where people sign up as apprentices and then they are groomed after they are settled by their masters. That is also the model that we have used here, and that has brought a lot of collaboration, because now we are now collaborating with supposed masters that can help groom apprentices who are these young people coming up in order to learn under them, and then not just to learn under them, through our collaborative efforts, through crowdfunding efforts, we can support them and establish them. That is the only way we can create sustainable wealth.
Absolutely.
Because if you look at the whole thing, you will discover that one of the challenges of Africa is not having the ladder system in place, where when you climb, you leave the ladder for others to climb. So the startup apprenticeship community gives you a ladder system structure where once you come in, you climb, you leave the ladder for others to climb. So we are lifting our hands, lifting these young people in this model, and we are getting a lot of collaborations. Thank you very much for that.
Beautifully put. What's very good about that is that I think that's how it's always been. When you have that ladder approach, right? You see it like it's always been, and somehow, somewhere along the line, that ladder approach got disturbed. And what you had is that communities got stagnated in one way.
Exactly.
Whilst I love the whole entrepreneurial, startup community and everybody's and trying to become an entrepreneur, we cannot discount the fact that we need big investments as well. We need big infrastructure type investments as well as startups, because not everybody could be a startup. Not everybody could be a boss. Not there has to be an ecosystem, and only when that ecosystem exists, it all feeds together and it starts to work. And that is, I love how you're putting things in terms of, trying to encourage, trying to start somewhere. There's a lot of system. Not trying to encourage everybody to have, it's good to have vision and big vision, but it's good to be real, keep it real and move up that ladder. And that's the only way that we could progress as a community.
Keep it simple and smart. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I love
I'm
that.
sad.
Sorry, Jason didn't warn you how much I talk.
I didn't warn him.
Not you. I wasn't asking you to keep it simple and short. I was saying the approach is keep it simple.
I know, I get it.
Awesome. I love your discussion. I can't shut you up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love it. Philip, what about you? What are
yes. I want to make one thing clear. Yes, I want to make one thing clear, that Elomo, Faith, Gathoni, myself, and our team, we have seen a need, and we are committed to deliver superior solutions. We are prepared to sacrifice. It is not to say that we have gotten it all, we have everything. No. We have challenges, we have problems, but we understand what the youth are facing because they don't have. So we are putting our forces together. We are trying to synergize our knowledge, our assistance in whatever way, to give them a voice, to wake them up. Their lost life has to be recovered. That is the drive we are bringing in. A lot of people are out there unheard. Jobs are on the drain. But the average youth, which we all perceive is the future of tomorrow, doesn't have the mindset of the future of tomorrow. They have the mindset of today. I want it now and I want it at all costs. They don't think about other things. If we have to think big, we have to plan big, but we cannot start big. This is how small YouthUp is starting. Because when you start small, small challenges will come and you learn to surmount them. So when you become big and the big challenges come, you already have a way around it. There we go. We go to the top, we break the ice everywhere we go. So the youth need this kind of encouragement. They need this kind of help. And we are available. It is not because we are the strongest. It is not because we are the most intelligent. It is never because we have everything it takes. That is why we have opened our arms to collaborate with everyone. We need to help the youth. When they can stand on their own, we can be sure of tomorrow. We can be sure of the future. Life can become more beautiful. Our wives will feel more secure. Our children will be assured of a better tomorrow. And this is what YouthUp stands for. And we are in for good. We are committed. We are not looking back. Today, I have to be brief. So I will leave it there. Yes.
It's an education, isn't it? Because if you look at the structured education in schools and stuff like that, they teach you the normal, subjects. They don't teach you life, right? And what you guys are doing, you're filling a gap with the young people. You're teaching them life and how to live, how to actually be successful in life. And I think like one of the biggest issues with education, and not only in Africa, all over as well, there's so many kids come out and they're thinking like, okay, like now what? And what you guys are doing is probably, I would say, it will be the most successful startup. And the reason I say that is that you have all of the startups in your nursery of young people that you're empowering right now, and you will have an exponential success because the empowerment is coming from the seed. And that's fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
See,
Thank you so much.
I could join your group, right?
Yes, you are welcome. You're welcome. You don't even need a permission to come in. You're already part of us. For the fact that you're asking these important questions, that means it is something that you are consumed to deliver. You can't run away from your shadows, really. This is you. So you're welcome on board. I don't know whether I'm permitted to use a few minutes to talk about the Africa we want Nigeria that Elomo highlighted. We needed to mention this because the Innovate Africa Project has layers. Now we believe that the project is forever project because it's going to stay here. At all times, being innovative is to be aware of recent development and key in. It's not just being inventive, it's about being innovative. And we are determined to do that. The Innovate Africa Project has Africa we want, the Africa we want. And then in each country that we are launching, we say the Africa we want Nigeria. The program runs across all the Africans at the moment. But what we are doing is that we are making statements in each of the countries. That is what we are doing at the moment. In each of the countries, we are starting off. Now in Nigeria, we have the program, a symposium. All right, this symposium is going to take place in October 1st and 2nd. And after the symposium, then this is just a public declaration. It's also going to be replicated in other African countries. But then that doesn't mean the Innovate Africa is not running in other African countries at the moment. That is the point that we are making at the moment. And we want to ensure that all Africans key in and be part of this exercise and this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Faith. By the way, I want to circle around real quick. Gathoni, I saw you unmute and turn on your camera for just a second. Was there something that you wanted to add?
I think I just wanted to add on what Philip was saying, that he's very right when he says there's nothing special about us, but I think the most important thing is that we are willing and we're open to serve. And I always believe that sometimes we will not be invited to the table, but we have to make our table for ourselves and actually make it work. And in terms of Kenya, or rather Africa, being known as the dark continent, we're completely changing the narrative, because I realized sometimes as the youth, we can always be in a mentality of blaming the situation, blaming the country, blaming the leaders. But as Jason, what are you doing to change the narrative in where you are right now? As Faith, what is he doing to change Nigeria? As Gathoni, what's she doing to change Kenya? And in our small ways, it actually impacts in the total picture eventually. So there's nothing special about us. We are all just open and willing to serve and just take things to the next level. So that's what I wanted to add in regards to what Philip had said.
Thank you.
But Gathoni, I would disagree. I think that willingness to step up makes you special.
It does.
That is.
Very.
It does. It does.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah.
That-
she's been
That
reserved.
that boldness, that courage to step up, that is special.
She's been reserved.
Yes.
She's been reserved. I understand that.
It's service above everything else, because a lot of, especially youth, the mentality is we've gotten into these quick fixes. So we have the microwave that can make the food grow quickly, and you see a man who has built his wealth across 55 years of working, but somebody who's in their 23-year-old girl wants to have a shortcut. So for me, I just really don't see the reality in that. I'm always like, you have to be willing to serve, you have to be willing to work, you have to be willing to express yourself. Don't just sit down and complain and blame. What are you doing? All of us have a gift, like God has given all of us a whole that we have in our hand. That you can do something that will actually, benefit our generation and the next generation. And as I say, in the next 10, 20 years, we're the ones who are going to be the presidents of our countries or wherever we are, the governors. So if we're not having our voices now, if we're not speaking now, if we're not serving now, then we're all just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that's why I'm always like, let's serve, let's be willing, let's be open to learn, let's sharpen each other, let's question each other, let's grow with each other. So that's why I love YouthUp Global, because it's home and we just move. As Mr. President keeps saying,
we move.
We
Yes.
move.
We move.
Always move.
It's a movement. We move.
Yes.
We
Yes.
keep moving.
We keep
Thank
moving.
you. Thank you.
I love it
Thank you.
so much. Well, so we have about 3 minutes left.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so what I'd like to throw out to the group is, in preparation for Innovate Africa, what else is needed? What is YouthUp looking for to help push this project over the line, make it better? What can the audience do? Are there any other partners that you're looking for? Anything like this at all?
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think I will jump in here. We did a whole lot. But not that things that will not be achieved. We need this acceptance that this is a problem that Africa will solve. This is an African problem to be fixed by Africans. We want to see that all brothers and sisters of African continent put their hands in supporting the Innovate Africa project. We are calling on different organizations, brands, individuals who believe in African projects, who believe to solve the problem of unemployment, which is a global discussion across every part of the world. You talk about youth unemployment, but Africa has a very big one at that, because in Africa you need 11, you need 11 million jobs annually to be created to fix the problems, and just only 3.7 is being created. In Nigeria alone, we have 33.3% of young people unemployed. 420 million African youth between the age of 15 and 35 are out of work. These are issues. We have a whole lot of work to do, but we cannot solve this problem with just the formal sector. That is why the informal sector is also our target. That is why we are targeting even artisans. How do we make them better? You're making shoes. How do we make your shoes better and sell abroad? So we need a whole lot of collaboration, stakeholders, government, private partnership, and all the support to move this project. So that is why we say it's not that YouthUp has all the answers. The answer is spread across various areas, people that are doing amazing things for young people. But when we join hands, and then a platform that is also already created, which is YouthUp. YouthUp means uplifting youth. So at any time you are interested in uplifting youth, we are asking companies to create CSR projects around Innovating Africa. So if you are a company, if you're a brand, you need to have a designated CSR project that is called Innovate Africa Project, and commit your CSR into that project and call on YouthUp. What do you have in stock? And then we'll work with you and deliver the results. So we need to be seeing CSR projects across various brands named and tagged Innovate Africa projects. That is where it will affect young people directly, because this is a constituency of young people. That is our utmost need at the moment.
Fantastic. Well, I'm glad I asked that because that's very specific.
Absolutely.
We do have a lot of people that watch this shows, and most of the people that watch that watch our BizzTalk Africas, they're business owners, they're entrepreneurs, they're people who are making things happen.
Let them support the project.
Yeah, I love it.
Excuse me.
Yes, of course, Elomo.
Yeah, I think a link could also be shared on your platforms where they could reach out to us for collaboration.
Yes, we will do that.
Absolutely. We can do that. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here again. I love this group. This is such a great group, and I imagine that not too long from now we'll do it again because this is
Absolutely.
fun.
Sure.
We have so much going. So much going.
Absolutely.
definitely.
Like you said, it's a big undertaking that requires
Sure.
all hands, and so I see us getting together again very soon and speaking again. But we are out of time, so I gotta wrap things up. But Faith, Elomo, Gathoni, Philip, thank you so much for being on our show today, and Vidi, as always, thank you for being my wonderful co-host.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't warn them about how much
Thank
talk I
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi,
And,
everybody.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
great
We
you.
are,
day.
Hi.
Thank you.
like Philip will say, we are in for good.
We are
here
in
good.
for good. That's it.
So before we close, I have a movement.
Yes.
It's called
Sure.
One
Okay.
Tribe. Okay. This is specifically for Africa.
Oh, lovely.
And this is how I will be greeting all
Oh,
of you.
lovely.
So One Tribe.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
We are
All
there.
right, everybody.
One tribe, we're going to have so much to do with one tribe.
Exactly.
Oh, yes,
because
Thank you
this
very
is what
much.
a movement is. Power to
Yeah.
everybody. Let us move.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank
The
you.
move.
Have a good weekend. Talk to you all soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too.